Welcome back to another YouTube video. So today we are going to be doing MTG. We're going to be doing a little deck building competition with this one. So we're each going to be giving each other a commander to build, and the goal is to build the best possible deck we can within the hour is the goal, and then we'll fight each other with decks we have constructed. We will have a budget limit for this one. So the goal of the deck is to build the deck within $100 to $150. And we're not going to be counting the cost of the commander within the deck. So, Jeremy, what commander do you wish for me to build?
You know, I've had some time to think about it, and we kind of joked around about a couple different choices earlier. And I think I really just got to stick with the one in my heart. Anixia, Hand of Erebos.
Anixia?
Mm-hmm.
Hand of Erebos. Alright, so that's the commander I have to build today?
Yep.
Well, guess what? Boy, do I got a fun one for you.
Oh, God.
It's called Shali and Harlar.
Shali and Harlar.
Shalai and Harlar.
Say the first one again.
Alai.
Oh, I see it.
Shali and Harlar.
Angel Elf, Flying Vigilance. When one or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, they deal that much damage to target opponent.
Yep. That's the girl you're gonna be building with, alright? There she is. I bet you're gonna have fun with this one. So we're gonna get an hour. Do you already have your Mox Field pulled up and you're ready to start going?
I'm making a new deck on Moxfield now. Line Holler. Okay. And I got the commander up on. Okay.
Alright, you're prepared?
As prepared as I guess.
Alright. The time starts now. You have 1 hour. Start doing whatever you gotta do. Anything you gotta do, do it.
I normally do when I build a deck. I normally just look up EDH, see EDH decks, pick all the most powerful game changers I can sneak in.
Alright. I think I know which theme I want to go for your commander. I think I know the theme. Yikes, I don't think we can break the budget on this card. That'd be a budget breaker right there. But we'll see. Start adding in some basic things, I guess, for the deck. I'm gonna mute up for a bit, Jeremy. Alright guys, so I'm thinking we need to like make some enchantment creatures and stuff, just the basic stuff like Sanctum Weaver and all that. That will get us a good baseline for the deck. Just adding in some nice little card draw-y stuff. These creatures are a bit expensive for this deck right now though. Battlefield, put a +1/+1 on this and draw. Love the drawing. Doomwake Giant will be a great board clearer. Control enters. You may create a token that's a copy of it. Do this only once each turn. That will probably go off Though I want discarding stuff and to be drawing and discarding. Or another enchantment enters the battlefield under control. Put a blessing counter on this. Creatures you control with a +1/+1 for each blessing counter on boon. So that will drastically pump his creatures. Probably add that in. It is $5, but it'll be fine. When you cast an enchantment spell, gain a life, draw a card. That will be great. Don't know about that one. It is cheap though. Probably not unmarked grave. Could do an Entomb. Sterling Grove is a bit expensive. We could do Enchantress Presence pretty easy. That's a nice include. Grasp of Fate. That's a great card to shut down something. We'll add that in too. It's also nice and cheap, and you can potentially copy that. Destroy all non-enchantment creatures. We will absolutely add that one in. If I can spell correctly. Extinguish of all hope. How's it going? How's it going, Jeremy? You doing good over there? Making big, good decisions? Putting in the good stuff?
You're
not panicking, are you?
Nah, I'm just looking through shit. Trying to find some cool stuff. Trying to not just use EDH rec, because I could just scroll down and just everything on EDH rec I just throw in here, but I'm trying to not do that.
Yeah?
I want to throw you off a little bit.
You don't want to depend on EDH, huh?
I mean, a little bit.
You're that confident, huh? The confidence is oozing off of you right now, I guess. Alright. I'm going back into incognito. Pulling up my private tab.
Alright.
He's so screwed. I think this enchantment deck is going to absolutely crush him. Gloom Shrieker will be great because we really want that reanimation. We really want heavy reanimation. I'm not seeing a lot of reanimation stuff in this thing. Spirited Companion would be great. Helps with the theme and draws. Plus it's cheap. Yeah, we don't really probably want to play with all these expensive cards. Probably won't really do a whole lot for us. Dawn's Truce will be great. No, but it's $11. That is a bit expensive for this deck. Ephemerate. Populates. I don't really care about tokens. Grizzly Fate will be great. Well, Salvage. will be great for the deck. We'll add that in. Buried Alive, $1.49. So drive reference with 3 creature cards, put them in your graveyard. Absolutely. We'll put Buried Alive in. Nature's Lore could be good. Yeah, we'll do Crew Fixes Insight. Life of the Loam would be absolutely amazing, but it's a bit expensive. Life of the Loam mainly just so we can dredge, nothing else really. It'd just be the dredge. Key to the City we can discard to make creatures unblockable. Actually, Key to the City would be pretty good because most likely we're going to be drawing a bunch of cards anyways, so that doesn't really matter. Giving creatures Myriad, I don't think is the biggest thing we need. Tribute to the World Tree would be amazing. What is the deck up to price-wise? I don't see the price anywhere on the deck. Commander, so collection. Yeah, so it's up to $32 right now. Not terrible. Utopia Sprawl will be great. Wild Growth will also be perfect. That's mainly how I'm going to want to ramp. Binding of the Old Gods will just be perfect. Wild Growth, of course. Font of Fertility will be perfect. Spear of Safety would be amazing, but I don't think it's needed. Well, making them have to pay a bunch is perfect, but Necrogen Mists could be really good. Exploration would be only really good turn 1. Other than that, not great for us. We probably wouldn't care after turn 1. Elemental Bond, I don't know about that. We're definitely going to want Fertile Ground. Seal of Cleansing. What did our commander do again? Exile to the 1 target non-aura enchantment card from the graveyard. Create a token that's copy that card, except for it's a 3/3 black zombie in addition to its other types. So we could get Soul of Cleansing back. All non-enchanted creatures. I don't really think we want to lean into tokens. I don't think we care too much about tokens. That's what I'm thinking. True Conviction could be great. Yeah, I said we put in both the seals. And Seal of Cleansing. We're up to 28 in the main decks so far. Starfield and Nyx will probably be worth it to put in the deck. Even though it's expensive, it would probably be worth it. I'll do Sandworm Convergence. No, I don't think we want Sandworm Convergence. It's cheap, but I don't think we want it. Black market connections, but that's $20. We'll do Core of Ambition. That sounds fun. Utility lands. Okay, so we have 11 enchantments. That's quite a bit. Only 12 creatures, though. We do not have a lot of creatures. We'll do Bajuka Bog. Just because Bajuka Bog is just a nice util that should probably be in the deck. We could do Hall of Harriet's cost generosity, but I don't really care about that because our commander's just going to be getting back whatever we need anyways. So really that's not a big deal. We'll get the Signet and the Soul Ring though. Those are just easy includes. Command Tower. And Dath is a bit expensive. Exotic wouldn't be too bad. So I'm thinking we're mainly going to probably be playing with basics in the deck and not spend much of any money on these special dual lands and whatnot. Because dual lands are nice, but I don't think they're going to be great. Okay. Yeah, we'll pick up the Isolated Chapel. And the Woodland Cemetery. We'll pick up these dual lands, or the bounce lands, the free card draws, I like to call them. That would be great. And Selesnya Sanctuary. That would be great. Let's control Force Plan. We'll get that one as well. Sun Petal Grove. Rot Farm, the Sandstep Citadel. There we go. So I think those 9 lands are going to be pretty much all our special lands. Because I really don't want to spend too much on lands, so lands are, of course, pretty good. Because basics are free, we don't have to worry about spending money on basics. So there we go. So we got 9 lands. We'll go ahead and add in the trifecta, of course. And then we'll just add in more. Set that to 5. Save. Same with these ones. That's up to 27 lands. We'll add in. Yeah, we'll just do another 3. And of course, 3 more forests. And then add in 1 and 1. So that brings our lands up to 41, and then we'll add in an Ash Barrens. Bringing our lands up to 42. That should help us not get will help Jeremy not get mana screwed, I should say. How's it going? How's it going? You doing good over there? Getting good picks? Good things going?
Yeah.
The timer is at 42 minutes left. 42 minutes left. Doing fine.
What about you? You're worried about me, but what about you, man?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm doing great.
Yeah. What's your card count so far?
73.
73?
Oh, yeah.
Man, you know, you still got 40 minutes left, right?
Yep. I got to get a good base down. I got all my lands done and all that. So now I'm just going back through and, you know, starting to assemble the combos and whatnot that I want in the deck.
Yeah. Alright.
So I take it you're doing fine?
Yeah, I'm at 40.
You're not stressing too much?
Nah. Ooh, I might have to get this card for myself.
Yeah? Select common. Don't forget to make your plains, your your lands, plain old commons, so they're not adding to your value while you're trying to make your deck and then throw you off. Make sure you do that. No reason in particular why I was saying that, by the way.
Oh my god. So 150 is our max, right?
150 is max, but you have to have at least $100 deck. And remember, this is the competition to whoever makes the better deck. So ultimately, it doesn't matter who wins. What matters is which deck wins. If that makes sense, right?
So you're going to be playing this deck, and I'm going to be playing the deck you build.
Yes, and the goal is to make the best deck.
Ooh. I think this is just making me find cards that I want to add to my deck.
You excited?
What's your most expensive card so far?
What is my most expensive card? I'll tell you if you tell me yours first.
My most expensive card is $15.99 for a full art.
Mine is $11. I'm trying to make a good balanced deck.
Yeah, Card Kingdom it's $15.99. TCG it's $11.99. So count that how you will.
Yeah?
I am only at like $40 so far, so.
getting to the hard decisions right now. That's where I'm at. I'm in some hard decisions and what I want to add in.
Ooh. Hey,
And black. That's what nice it is. Oh.
I should just deck for myself.
Should do a white. There we go. What kind of funny things can we put in here? I think that would be great. Oh boy. Coast. Okay, we'll go up to here, start searching. I am starting to run out of ideas of what I want to put in this deck, dude. I'm at 80 cards, and I only have $50 left to spend. So I don't know what I want to put in here. Oh boy.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
I'm at 50 cards and I'm at $65.
Yeah.
Seems like I'm being a little bit more budget friendly than you are. Huh.
What is this card? I think I want to put this card in here. How expensive is it? Oh, budget. Budget. We got it. We got another budget card. Another good one, I think. Trying to card. Yeah, I like that one too. I think that's also a great one. And it's easy, nice and cheap. Um, Uriel, that one will be a good one. I'm gonna mute up for a bit, Jeremy. I'm gonna leave you to it. By the way, the clock is at 32 minutes left. So
Easy.
have fun. Don't get too stressed out, okay? Don't get too
Easy.
stressed. All right, now that plebe is gone, I think we're gonna do Eerie Ultimatum, and because I'm really trying to do like a graveyard heavy deck. The only problem is I don't know if I already have it in the deck. I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have enough stuff for the deck to work. So we got our lands done. We have a good amount of enchantments, 12 of them. We got some nice enchantments that allow us to have our lands tap for more. We got ways for artifact removal and enchantment removal in case, he does that. We got Grasp of Fate for some target removal and like a commander. Some nice things to deal with. Like Court and Ambition, just funny card, be great for the deck. Biennial Gods. Our creatures are what I'm a little worried about. We got some good ones in here that love enchantments, so we definitely need more enchantment-esque stuff. If any of you guys have any good ideas for this Nixia deck, please type it in the chat. Help me out here a bit. I haven't built in a Nixia deck before. We don't care about toughness or counters for the most part. So each creature in the graveyard. I like being able to cast from my graveyard, but these are all tricolors. Sacrifice land, gain 3. Don't really care about sacking lands. We don't really have a way to get lands back. Our biggest way of getting stuff back is a Nixia. That's our main thing getting us all our stuff back. Revival of the Ancestors could be great. Could be a good pick. We could put a Siege Rhino in. Siege Rhino and Skirmish Rhino could be actually a really good throw-in. Just because it pings them for damage and you gain life, and then if it dies, you just reanimate off a Nixia, like who cares? Or we mill these suckers into our graveyard and then just reanimate them back. I think that's a good shout for now, but we could probably swipe them out later. And I kind of just think these Siege Rhinos are kind of just cool in the first place. Unlikely to do anything big, but it will be nice pinging, potentially. I think we need more reanimation though, because I mean our Nixia will just reanimate it. Oh, but it has to be enchantment. Has to be enchantment. I forgot about the enchantment part. Okay, hold up. There was one I saw down here. Entomb could be good. I did see a creature, the Nyxbloom Ancient. That's a problem. That's a problem. Alright. MTG Reanimation. Reanimation cards. Okay, so what kind of cards can we find that'd be great for reanimating? Preferably sell all creature cards from your graveyard. Creature card. I don't think that's going to be good. I don't think Yggdrasil is going to be what we want. Scryfall could come in handy here. Though there's a lot of stuff to just sort through. What is Dance of the Dead? Enchantment creature in a graveyard. Okay, when this aura enters, if it's on the battlefield, it loses enchant creature card in graveyard and gains enchant creature put into the battlefield with this aura. Put enchant creature card on the battlefield tapped under control and attach this aura to it. When the aura leaves the battlefield, that creature's controller sacrifices it. Okay, so this could be a way. Okay, so beginning of upkeep, enchant creature's controller. That could be a way to get our Siege Rhinos out of the graveyard, though our Nixia will not target Dance of the Dead because it is an aura card, so that makes it not as great for the synergy combo. The price tag on it is, ooh, 15 buckaroos right now, so that's a bit on the expensive end. I don't think that's going to work too amazingly with the deck. Let's see here. Dawn of the Dead. Get of your upkeep, lose a life. By the end of your upkeep, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to play. That creature gains haste until end turn and remove it from the game at end of turn. Abso-fucking-lutely. We'll do Dawn of the Dead. That will be a perfect side-in. How expensive is it? $3. It's in. We got it. Dawn of the Dead. That is a great card right there. Sniped it. Separate all cards in your graveyard into 2 face-up piles. Remove the pile of an opponent's choice from the game and return the other to play. That could be funny. Yeah, that would be really funny. Death or Glory. Are Duskmourn and Enduring enchantment creatures already in, or since they don't go in the graveyard, is it two non-bow? Duskborn and Enduring enchantment creatures. I don't have any of those. Duskmourn enchant. Because yeah, we can do the tenacities. Abhorrent Oculus. I mean, but that is a creature, so that won't be too great. When this is a creature attack, Surveil 1. Appendage Amalgamation with Flash. The Flash is great. It's a 3-2. With moves with the speed of the spider, but none of its skittering grace. But yeah, getting the Surveil trigger will be actually pretty perfect because we can get other things that we need into the graveyard. So that will be great. Yeah, great shout, Eric, with the Duskmourn stuff. Completely forgot about Duskmourn. Our card count's up to 86, so we have plenty of room to add in these Duskmourn creatures. Attack in the box. Whenever this creature attacks, I don't care about that. Funeral Room or Awakening Hall. Whenever our creatures die, opponents lose life, we gain life. And then we unlock this door, return all creatures from our graveyard to the battlefield. I think Awakening Hall will be perfect because if we have Siege Rhinos in our graveyard, we can play Awakening Hall and get those back, or things like the Starfield Mythic, our non-enchantment creatures. We can get our non-enchantment creatures back with that way. So I think that will have actually a lot of good synergy. Plus, Funeral Room is just a nice little stacks piece. Or at the worst, I would say it makes them use a card to remove it. At worst, it's $5, but we're at 107. We still got up to 150 to spend on this deck, so we're doing fine so far. I mean, the Leech has good enchantment synergy, but we won't really be fully unlocking a room, so we'll put it in a new tab for now. For now, we'll do that. Okay. I'm not seeing the tenacities block up just yet. Return our creatures to its owner's hand, so bouncing. Oh, we got a Brood Spinner, or this card. Whenever this creature enters Surveil 2, sacrifice creature, create a number of 1/1s. Okay, yeah, I don't think that would work. Non-enchantment creature. Oh, Defiled Crypt. Okay, Defiled Crypt, 4 mana, 1 mana to Cadaver Lab. Turn creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I don't know. We'll keep this one in the side, on the side for now, because it's not reanimation, and we're trying to throw shit into our graveyard and then bring it back. We don't really care about it going back to our hand. Though, actually, the returning a card from your graveyard to your hand could be good, because that would allow us to get our non-enchantment creatures back. So Cadaver Lab would be basically just to get our non-enchantment card to our hand. Actually, I think I like that. But and it's cheap, so it is a nice include. We got plenty of cards left anyways. You're gonna grab keep X top card. We don't want to do that.
Sunny D acquired.
Oh yeah? Hey yo, you can't just talk and then leave. What's up here? You gotta unmute yourself, man.
I got some
poppin'?
Sunny D.
You feeling good?
Jamming out to Neon Genesis Evangelion soundtrack.
Well, heck yeah. You feeling good about the deck so far? Feeling good?
I broke 100.
Yeah. Wait, so you have over 100 cards now?
No, broke $100.
Oh, I broke $100 a little bit ago too.
Broke 100.
Well, if you wanted to know, the timer is up to 21 minutes left. on the clock so far?
I'm big chilling, dude. I just got some fucking sunny D.
Well, heck yeah. Hey guys, if those of you watching right now, let me know if this card is a little too, if it might probably is a little too difficult for it, but let me know if we should include this one. Let me know. It's probably way too hard, but we'll see if we can make it work. Oh,
Oh, this is a fun card.
I like this card.
This is fun.
It's a nice include too, because we don't have many of these. You're getting them fun cards in right now, all the fun ones.
Question: are we doing game changers or no?
You can do whatever you want. You're only limited by the price tag, so you can only have $100 to $150. That's the big limitation. Other than
Let me
that,
ask you
it
this.
doesn't matter what you include in the deck because the price tag is where it gets you. And obviously, no infinites. I mean, you can make it as cracked as you want, but preferably no infinites. Alright. I want to leave you to it. 19 minutes left. I'm going to leave you to it, alright? Have fun. Okay, so yeah, so we got these endurings here, which are really nice. The enduring innocent, I don't think will trigger too much because we have a bunch of 3/2s. We have a couple one powers or 2 powers. So we'll get some of the lower stuff early game, but it won't be doing much late game. So I don't think enduring innocence is going to work too well. Enduring tenacity is whenever we gain life, but we're not going to be gaining too much life. So I don't think tenacity is going to work too well for us. But we do got the vitality, which I think will work pretty well because it allows us to tap our enchantment creatures for more mana to then ramp into bigger stuff, like the Doom Executioner. I think would be great. So I think we're gonna put Enduring Vitality in. That would be great. It is a bit expensive, $6, but that's fine. That's not the worst thing that'll happen. Okay. Enchantment creature gets +1/+1. Each enchantment creature has first strike. Okay. Fear of burning alive. We're not really. That probably won't do too much. Trample. Fear of exposure. As additional cost to cast this. It's a 3 mana 5/4. Oh, that's fine. Because most likely, we're not even going to cast this thing. We're just going to chuck it into the graveyard. So who cares about the cast cost? We'll put the Fear of Exposure in. That would be great. Okay, so we're at 91, so we got 9 more cards to slot in. Creature can't block whenever enchantment you control enters, or whenever you fully unlock a room, you may return this card from your graveyard to your hand. It's just a flying lifelinker 3/2. I don't think that's going to be crazy. I don't think that's going to be good. Fear of Lost Teeth, though. That's enchantment creature, when it dies, deal damage to any target and you gain 1. I think we'll do Fear of Lost Teeth. I think that'll be a great little cheap card to have. This has an enter to discard draw. I don't know if we're going to want that. Fear Surveillance. Yeah, I'll do Fear Surveillance. So we are going to want some cheaper cards. And they're enchantment creatures, which is a big thing. So that will help get our thing. Okay, so... Okay. So we're up to 25 creatures. We got 7 more cards. So now we need to think about big cards, I think, that we can cheat out. So I think I am going to do the... No, but it's just so expensive and it's all black mana to be able to cast it. So I think it's a little too expensive on black mana. Bellmark Leech. Yeah, I'll do Bellmark Leech. That'll be a great cheap card that will allow the pinging to get the opponent a little lower. How expensive was Void Winnower? $32. That's out of our budget. There is... Well, Darksteel wouldn't work because he shuffles back in the graveyard, so we couldn't use Darksteel. What about Blightsteel? How expensive is that right now? 50. So that is also out of the budget, too. Okay, so Death or Glory here. Dance of the Dead. I think we already put Dance of the Dead in. Yeah, we did put Dance of the Dead in. Okay, Spear Avatar. The Fossilized could be great, but we don't really care too much. We do need just big enchantment creatures. So Nixia, does it make regular? Well, it'll make it a 3/3. So it doesn't matter if it's big with Nixia because it'll just be a 3/3 at the end of the day if it's an enchantment. Detective's Phoenix? Like evidence, I don't even really care about evidence too much. Flying Haste. Giant creature gets +2/+2. Cross spoilers cast of for each creature that died this turn. Draw a creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. That's actually going to be a really good one. Dire Graph Rebirth. Diabolical Servitude. When this enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. When the creature put into the battlefield with Diabolic Servitude dies, exile it and return Diabolic Servitude to its owner's hand. When Diabolic Servitude leaves the battlefield, exile this creature put onto the battlefield Diabolic Servitude. What? Hold up. How expensive is this card? It's cheap. This card is cheap? Okay, so when this enters, we return target creature card from our graveyard to the battlefield, like the rhinos that we have, the siege rhinos for pinging. And then when the creature put on the battlefield with enchantment dies, exile it and return this enchantment to its owner's hand. So then we just get this enchantment back. We don't have to worry about it. If the enchantment's blown up and goes to the graveyard, we can just reanimate it with Enixia and then get something else from our graveyard with this thing as well. But when this enchantment leaves the battlefield, exile the creature put onto the enchantment with this enchantment. Okay, so we can't blink it. It's saying we can't blink this enchantment, but we don't care about blinking this enchantment. This enchantment is really freaking good with this deck. I didn't even know this was a card. This reads perfect card for our plan. That's great. I'm thinking Meteor Golem would be great, but that's an artifact, so I don't think that would be too good. There is Braids that we could do for a lot of good things. Dread Return would be great. Chant creature. Chant creature gets blah blah blah. Okay. Don't have blue. Okay, let's go back to here. So we still have that Nyx Bloom Ancient that we could add. It is a 5/5, which will get us a lot of mana. But we have 4 more cards we can add in. That is essentially a $40 card. So that will lock us down to having almost no money to buy other cards. So that is a big thing to have to worry about. We could do Dryad of Illustrin Grove. And we are allowed Game Changers, but they're really expensive to have Game Changers. Gifts Ungiven. Gifts. What did this one do? I forgot how to spell it. I guess it's illegal? I thought it got unbanned. Maybe not. Whenever this or another enchantment enters battle under control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Control dies, deals common damage to a player, may create a token that's a copy of knowledge or enchantment you control. Do this only once each turn. Yeah, we could throw in Calyx. He isn't super expensive, and he does combo well with our cards that we currently have. Do I have Sterling Grove in yet? I don't. 27 creatures. Okay, I'll put in Sterling Grove, but I need to add in more creatures. We don't have enough creatures. I think I saw a Nyx Weaver down here. Yeah, at the beginning of your upkeep we can mill 2. That'd be perfect. So Nyx Weaver. I don't know if it's already in. Okay, we didn't have a Nyx Weaver just yet. One more card and we're at 138. So we can get up to a $20 card for the last slot if we need. Hold on, let's check in. How's it going?
Yo.
It's doing good?
No.
Why not? By the way, 8 minutes left.
I just wanted to say that.
8 minutes left. Okay. Feeling fine? Feeling good? Loving the choices that you have so far?
Sure, why not?
That did sound very confident. Are you having a crisis right now? You having a crisis?
Nah.
Really?
Chugging along, man. Just chugging along.
Alright. So you feel... so basically what I'm getting is you're feeling pretty good about what you're doing right now. You're feeling pretty good.
Sure. I guess we'll see when the combat comes.
We'll see. Alright, 7 minutes left. I'm going to leave you to it for a bit. Have fun.
Yep.
Okay, I think we're going to add in Ripples of Undeath. I think that would be a great one. We have 28 creatures and we have 17 enchantments. I think this might be too much enchantments, so I feel like we shouldn't add in Ripples of Undeath, is what I'm thinking. I think we should add in the Demon of Fate's Design just to have another big S creature, and we could sack another enchantment so it gets stronger. And we don't care about sacking the enchantments because we can just reanimate it with Onyxia, so it doesn't matter all that much that we sack all this other stuff. So I think the Demon of Fate's Design is probably what we're going to pick here. If you guys have any input on if we should have any swap outs with the deck so far, this is kind of what we're walking here. So the whole plan we have going here, right, is we're trying to mill the cards into the graveyard and reanimate them. And we don't necessarily care if they're all enchantments at the moment. So our curve currently is pretty high-low. So realistically, we're going to be able to cast a lot of stuff early game. So that's why I'm thinking we should probably add in the Demon of Fate's Design to have a higher cost card on the mana curve, because right now our mana curve is kind of low. Like our game-winning spells at the moment that we have currently for the combo. I mean, we got some enchantments and stuff. I mean, we got some pingers with the Core of Ambition, etc. Buffing our stuff. But when it comes to our creatures, we're really trying to cheat them out or reanimate them. And specifically, we want to keep getting the thought render Lima out, so we can make the opponent discard cards, so we're keeping their hand without answers. And then we're also trying to get the Siege Rhinos to ping them to bring them down lower, just to try and whittle them down the best we can with the Rhinos while reanimating, etc., or blocking if need be. But the Nyxborn Behemoth, this 10/10 Trampler is what's mainly going to be our damage dealer. The biggest problem I see with the Nyxborn Behemoth is if we get it into the graveyard, we can't really target it with Onyxia because Onyxia only makes it a 3/3. So that's why I added in. I don't know if it's enough return target creature cards from the graveyard. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need another card that returns target card from graveyard to battlefield, because if we can get that big card, I mean, we have Divergent Rebirth. So at worst, Nyxborn Behemoth goes to the graveyard, and we have Diregraph Rebirth in the graveyard. We can at least flashback the Rebirth to return the Nyxborn Behemoth, the 10/10. We also have the Nylea's Colossus. So if for some reason we have the Nylea's Colossus already on the field, we can double the Nyxborn Behemoth or whatever else we need. And we have a bunch of other smaller cards to help tap for a bunch of mana or board wipe the best we can. We also have this Kulfner, the Last U Tree Folk that I thought was pretty cool, and it was a good budget pickup, in my opinion. It's a Vigilant Reacher, and it allows us, when it dies or another creature I control dies, returning up to another target creature with lesser toughness from the graveyard to my hand. Yes, this won't work with the biggest creatures, but most of our creatures aren't above 6, besides, of course, the Nyxborn Behemoth. And if we got the Demon of Fate's Design in, that would be one more thing our Kulfur could reanimate if we have the Kulfur on the battlefield, of course. So I think I will end up going Demon of Fate's Design. Let me know if you guys think that might not be the best pick, because it is only 40 cents. Well, let me look up. MTG, heavy hitters. Because we need some heavy hitters. Oh, this is just another deck. Let me see. They have Avacron, Angel of Hope. Oh! But she's 32. That's a bit expensive. kind of cards does this person have? Baleful Dragon. Deals that much damage to a player if it deals that much damage to each creature that player controls. Okay. Dragon Horror. Lord of the Void. Oh, Lord of the Void. Hold up. That could be a good one, actually. Lord of the Void. Because, yes, it's not an enchantment creature, but it could be one of the reanimation targets. Because that is a 7/7. And with lesser toughness from your graveyard to your hand. So it would have to be 6 or less, and that's a 7/7, so he wouldn't be able to get that off the Lord U. But the Lord of the Void would be a really good reanimation target, though, to get with our other reanimation cards. Because if we can hit him with a demon, then that exiles 7 cards, and we could potentially get one of their win cons, like a big creature on our field that we can then keep going off with. I think Lord of the Void, and it's a bit expensive. I think I'll end up going with Lord of the Void. It's a little clunky, I know, but I think it'll be... Oh, shoot. Jeremy, stop building. Stop building. If you're not at 100, put in whatever cards you can just to make it legal, but the timer is up. I'll give you a 1-minute grace period just because I didn't warn you early enough. So, add in whatever you got to add in. Get to a good stopping point. You have about a minute to do so, and then we'll have to call it there.
Okay.
Alright. Oh shoot. Stream lag, hiding display capture. Alright, we're back. Alright, Jeremy, you're good?
Give me just a minute. I'm a couple cards away.
Just throw some stuff in there. Just chuck some stuff in there.
I am. It's
Just start chucking.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, I'll go ahead and...
Problem was I was hitting that.
Oh crap, I closed out of the deck? I didn't even realize I closed out of it. Here it is, I'll put that back on screen. Oh, I had it right over here this whole time. Okay, well, there it is. It's back up here. So the full list, if you guys want to browse it for the time, the moment. I mean, for an hour, I think I did decent on the distributions of the cards and what's in it, relatively speaking. I mean, I didn't do very many instants or artifacts, but that is a-okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the worst, I would say, but that's fine because we didn't really need a lot of artifacts or instants. And we went super budget here, like mega budget. Barely any budget was spent in this section of the deck, and it will probably show that not much budget was spent there. I mean, that's the conversion or the symbols and the distribution of the mana. That's what that is there. Dealing of the hands. Are decent. They're decent. They're not terrible. So more than likely, it's not going to be horrendous by any means. Definitely playable so far, from what I can tell. Okay.
Oh, it's still okay. Never mind. Hold on.
Yeah, definitely playable. Deck is not bad. It's definitely playable. It's not the worst thing that could happen. Our chart here, decent curve. Decent curve. I like the curve. This should make it very balanced. Okay, because yeah, those are big spells. Okay. Yeah, no problem at all. This deck will be breezing. It'll be a breezing.
Oh my. One more card, Blake. One more card, and I'm done.
Just chuck in a random cat or something, man. Like what are we doing here?
Oh, I have to.
Or chuck in another forest, man. Just like.
There we go. Wait. Okay, done.
You're done? Alright, I sent you the invite on tabletop.
Send you the invite on tabletop.
I already sent you it, bucko. By the way, I'm DMing you the passcode. There you go. I DM'd you the passcode. Don't show me the cards in the deck, and I'm not going to show you the cards I selected in the deck. We're kind of just going to give each other the deck, and best of luck. I would say. Okay. Get the notepad up.
So wait, I thought I was playing the deck you built, and you were playing the deck I built.
Yep.
Okay, so I need to send you the list.
Nope, don't send me it. Just come in. You can export it on your end, and I can export mine on my end, and I can just give you the deck.
Oh. What'd you put the password as?
I DM'd it to you, remember?
Send me another invite then.
What? Oh my gosh.
Well, when I put the password you usually put in, it cancels out the invite.
Yeah, my very difficult password to guess. I assume you're gonna be blue. You're gonna be on the blue team. I hope you like Anixia because she's very
I'll be right
special.
back.
For those of you coming back, joining in, welcome back. We're gonna be doing the battle portion of the deck building. So I ended up building a Nixia for Jeremy to play, and I think Jeremy built Shari and Howlar, I think, for me to build. I believe it would probably be a counter deck. I don't know exactly what kind of deck he's going to end up building. We will see, I suppose, what kind of shenanigans he will be up to.
All right, I'm back. How we doing this?
Well, have you exported your deck yet?
No, I just sat down. I really don't want you to do what happens with this deck because I don't.
Do you want to go ahead and fish out the commander from your deck so I don't look at all the cards before we start? So there's no surprises. We're going to be going in blind to these decks. No idea what is in store for us besides our commander. So go ahead and shuffle up yours. Do you want me to explain? Do you want to explain what this commander does?
Your commander, basically, every time there's +1 counters, it triggers combat damage to the enemy.
Awesome. And then yours is, it gives all your enchantment creatures menace, so you're going to be menacing up a bunch of enchantment creatures, and you're going to be getting a lot of reanimation stuff going on with enchantments, etc., making them into 3/3s, so your deck is going to be super crazy. You're going to be milling stuff, you're going to be doing all sorts of graveyard shenanigans. Alright. So go ahead and do you want to do a Houston mulligan? Just to make sure we kind of get a good hand?
We should just do original for this.
Just original, draw 7, that's it. So
Draw
that
7.
means that mulligan rules will apply, so if you don't like it, you'll have to go down to 6. So before we do that, we'll have to roll to see who goes first. Oh, I got a 4.
10.
Okay, I guess, are you going first or second?
I'll go second, I guess.
I like that you decided after you looked at your hand. I love that. You little
Not that I know that.
scoundrel. You little scoundrel.
I don't know anything in my. Oh my god. That was weird. Somehow opened up my driver software.
Windows needs an update. You gotta update Windows. Don't forget to update Windows, Jeremy.
What is this fucking hand? Okay.
You good? You good yet?
Yeah.
You like your hand or like what? You ready?
Let's go.
Okay. I'll start us off with a mountain pass.
Okay. Draw one. I'll play a Faristo. I will tap that forest. And I'll play Front of Fertility. Enchantment. I'll pass.
Okay. Untap draw. I'll play a forest. Tap 2 into an arcane signet. Heck yeah. Pass.
Okay. I will play Lamp. I will tap a forest to enchant that same forest, so now it taps for 2.
Okay.
And then I will pass.
Untap draw. I will play.
What's going on over there, buddy?
I don't want to do it like this, but I think I am. Okay, so I'm going to play Orion Reef tapped, and then I will tap 3 for Communal Brewing. So when this enters any number of target opponents, each draw a card, put an ingredient counter on Communal Brewing, then put an ingredient counter on it for each card drawn this way. And then it gives things +1/+1. So Jeremy, I'm going to have you draw a card.
I will happily draw a card.
And then because I had you draw a card, I'm actually going to put a counter and then put another counter for each card drawn this way. So it's going to have 2 counters. And then I will pass. But now you're up 2 cards. This sucks, Jeremy. You did this on purpose, didn't you?
You were on there when I was like, oh, that's an interesting card. Oh, God. Okay. I will go ahead and tap this for 2 mana to sacrifice and search for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped. Okay.
Don't look too hard. Don't go reading through it. Just, let it be a surprise.
I was just looking for basics. Shuffle.
Got your white. Oh, you didn't get your white? You don't have white mana yet.
Nope. Because I have not played a land for turn yet. So I will play a plains for turn.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and I'll hold back on that part, so I'll just tap these 2 for an arcane signet.
Okay.
And then I'll pass.
Untap, draw. I'll play a forest. Alright, Jeremy, we're gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna tap 4 for Shalai, and Halar. And Communal Brewing says whenever I cast a creature spell, that creature enters with an X additional +1/+1, so it'll enter with 2 +1/+1s.
I do want you to know the name of the deck is Shalai and Halar to my caller. Like holler to my caller, scholar for a dollar, but shall I and holler to my caller.
You got it. All right, so 2+1+1s are added, and then I'm gonna
That's
tap.
actually gonna destroy me.
I'm gonna tap Orion Refastwood to put a +1/+1 counter on green creature that entered, which Shalai did enter. So I'm gonna put a +1/+1 on it, and that will see that counter, so we get dealt 1 damage. And
It
I
begins.
don't believe I have haste, so I will pass. I just have a 6/6. No worries.
Okay. I will play a whap. Lamping it up over here, buddy. I might as well 1, 2. I guess that counts as 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Yeah, 3, 4, 5. I will go ahead and do the thing as well.
Yeah? A
Other
4/4?
enchantment creatures you control have menace. When it enters the battlefield, attacks, exile up to 1 target non or enchantment card from your graveyard. Your token has a copy of it. I do have an enchantment in there. Is it just aura enchant? Target non-aura enchantment card.
Yep. So that enchantment card you have in your graveyard is a valid target of it. So
Yep.
you'll exile it and you'll make a token copy of it, a 3/3. You should have a copy in there. There you go.
That's the copy, right? Yep.
Yep. And then all we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep this out here, but we're gonna just like that. It's just so you know,
Okay.
you can read it. But yeah, you have a
Yeah.
font fertility that is a 3/3, and it has its ability of the enchantment.
Oh yeah, because it counts as a 3/3 zombie, doesn't it?
Yep. So it's a 3/3 with the ability of font of fertility.
I'm just gonna get a 3/3 token out here. That is wild. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You liking it so far? You liking it?
I am liking it so far. It's a little weird, but I like it.
I built it with a
Okay.
theme in mind, and I'm curious if you'll ever find out if you'll ever guess what that theme is.
Seeing a lot of older cards.
Yep, yep. I did do a lot of crazy things with a lot of old cards. Yes.
Okay. I will pass.
Untap.
Keep
Draw.
the blue black up.
I'll play a mountain for turn. So that would be 6 mana to do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Jeremy, you are so screwed right now. I'll tap 3 for Bone Savers, an artifact.
Yep.
No response, I believe. Right? I'm good.
You're good.
I'll tap 3 to equip it on my commander. Does that resolve? I'm good.
Yep. Yep.
I'll move to attack you with my commander. Whenever equipped creature attacks, I put 4+1/+1s on it, so you'll get hit for 4 damage immediately. And then you'll get hit for 10 commander damage.
Your deck is going to.
Go ahead. Don't forget to
Yeah.
your deck that you built
It's
is
gonna be bad, dude. It's gonna be bad.
pass. How do you deal with this? You got it, right? You can deal with it? Because you are dead next turn if you don't kill my commander or block it. You realize this, right? You are already dead next turn.
Yeah, it's. I'm kind of fucked a little bit because your deck.
I added. There's a good amount of removal in that deck. You just got to get your combo going, right? I think you played your commander a little too early. I think that's what you did because you really needed to have your combo.
Yeah. I totally forgot about the win that enters thing.
I mean, it still did its thing, right? It still had perfect value, but it just wasn't like perfect value. Like it probably wasn't forward in your game plan as you hoped it would.
Yeah.
Because if you can destroy my artifact that's equipped to my commander, that also stops me from winning next turn. If you can at least destroy the artifact.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna sack it to destroy your artifact on here. Okay. Yeah, I need to get something else out here. I see what you're kind of. You have a lot of enter triggers. I'm gonna go ahead and just smack this. I'm gonna keep one floating green and one floating black up. I'm gonna play this guy. Whenever a Grim Guardian or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses one life, so you lose one. And I'll go ahead and use that floating green and black. I'll go ahead and play Composer of Spring. And then, yeah, Vigilance. That thing's a what? A 7. It's a 10/10 right now. Pretty fucking brutal. But you need to have Menace. And does my zombies have Menace too? Let me see. No, it's just a zombie. Okay, so I'm gonna smack you with my commander and my zombie. That's a 3/3. Well, maybe not the zombie, because you'll just fucking block that, jump like that. Oh, enchantment creature. That's not enchantment creature. Exile to one target non-aura enchantment card from your. Oh, that's an attack trigger too. I'm still learning this commander. It's a copy. Cool. Okay. Okay. And let's see. Does that still count as an enchantment? Or does it just count as a zombie? Enchantment card from your create token that's a copy of that card except for it's a 2/2 creature and additional to its other types. Okay, so that triggers. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped if you control 6 or more enchantments. Instead, you put a creature, and I don't control 6 or more enchantments, so I can't do that yet. All right, and that's my turn. Pass. Ooh, you're dropping a lot of basics there, Blake. I totally can't hear you if you're talking. Oh.
You're right. I wasn't talking this whole time. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna go for the strategy of just throwing a bunch of crap on the battlefield. I don't know why certain cards are in this deck, but they work, I guess. Uh, green white. I'll put a Terrasula, the Moon Dancer, onto the battlefield. Whenever I gain life, I can put a +1/+1 counter on her and scry 1. She'll enter with 2 counters on her. And then I will tap another 2 for a Brood Scale. He'll enter with 2 counters.
The card art it auto chose for it. Weird.
Okay.
Prefer the original art. Yep.
And because it's a cast trigger, nothing with the Brood Scale will trigger. And I can't adapt it because it has counters on it. So it's just like, what is going on? I have this thing that gains me life. Whenever I gain life, I put +1/+1. But I don't have anything that gains life right now. So I don't know what's going on here, but yes.
There's life triggers in there. You just haven't drawn them yet.
I'll tap my Reef to give my Basking Brood Scale a +1/+1.
Okay.
I'll swing you with Shalai. Oh wait, hold up. Whenever one or
So
more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, so that is 1 just happened there, so you get hit for 1 there if you haven't taken it already. And then Shalai, then yeah, I will swing at you with Shalai and Halar because I can with her, and you'll take 10. So you don't have any flying.
You're right. I don't have any reach. Reach or flying. So I'll take 10 from your commander.
Yep. So if you hit with my commander 1 more time, you're just dead. But you have to get hit 1 more time, and that banks on the fact you don't remove my commander. Pass.
Draw.
If you didn't get rid of that artifact, man, you could have ended it. It could have been done already. Like it's like what? Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm gonna sack.
Oh, I've been
Sorry,
reading
no,
my
wait,
card
that's
wrong.
not a sack trigger. Yeah, I'll just do this for now. 3, 4, 5, 6. Destroy all non-enchantment creatures.
Destroy all non-enchantment creatures?
Hey, you put it in here, buddy.
You got it. Your composer will die.
Yep.
Oh, this card in my hand. If only I had flash, it would be a bit better. Yeah, this just everything just dies. Gosh dang it. Oh no. Did you put board wipes in this deck? Or did you not put board wipes in this deck?
Oh shit. Oh fuck, Blake, I forgot board wipes for your deck.
It's okay.
Your commander is a board wipe, dude. It's okay. I might as
Dude.
well, because I have the opening, I might as well just take a big chunk out of you.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna full swing at you right now and hope that you can't get too much out next turn. That pace.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 11. Cool.
And I will pass.
Untap. Draw. I guess I will. Okay, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 for commander attacks. Play Shalai. So I've been reading my Communal Brewing wrong. Because I thought it wouldn't trigger, but Communal Brewing says enter. So technically it would be triggering. So it would enter with 2 +1/+1s, and those 2 +1/+1s would deal you damage.
Okay.
And then I'll remove the Garf counter from Llanowar Reborn. Because a creature enters, and I may remove a counter to put a counter on it. So I'll put another counter on it when it enters. So I'll do another damage to you.
Okay.
And then I'll tap my Orion to put another counter on my commander, doing another damage to you.
This thing is actually brutal for this deck because you just keeps building triggers or counter triggers for you.
Yeah, I should have read it better, but pass. I don't have haste or anything, so I'm kind of just sitting here.
Every time you cast a creature, let alone what that creature does, you are getting more on here to add more +1s to each creature that you keep adding to the field. Like it's a mean card for that deck.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
I'm gonna play Plains. I'm going to 1 and 1 of my greens. Well, I'll do 1 in this. I will play Synthis Harvest Hand. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, you gain 1 life and draw a card. And then I will.
And you have a
1,
trigger
2.
off Grim Guardian, so I'll lose 1.
Oh yeah. 2, 3, 4. I'll play Eidolon Blossom, so I'll draw a card.
Okay, and then I'll also lose 1. And then the Harvest Hand happens as well.
I'll gain a life. And I'll actually draw a second card too.
Yep.
Because I draw a card from this and I draw a card from that.
Yep.
Okay. That's all I can do for playing right now. Okay. I don't have any more enchantments in there, but alright, what are you at? You're at 21.
Mm-hmm. I'm at 21.
And you have a 7/7 commander right now.
Yep. You can do 11 damage if you attack with all your guys.
Yeah, I can do 11 damage, but it doesn't really help. I don't have anything that can block your commander. I think it's pretty much over no matter what I do.
If you didn't draw a card that kills my commander, you're dead. Or blocks.
I don't have anything like that yet. Target artifact or enchantment. Nope. I'll just smack you. I'll just smack you with what I got. 11 damage.
Take 11.
And I'll pass.
Untap, draw.
Maybe you'll get unlucky.
Unlucky, you say?
There is no unlucky cards in my grandfather's deck, Kaiba.
I'll tap 4 for the Red Terror. Whenever red source you control deals damage to one or more permanents and or players, put a +1/+1 on the Red Terror. So, hey Jeremy.
Huh.
Get hit for 2.
And you got the extra for that on there?
Yes.
Okay.
But my commander is a red creature. It just dealt damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
This gets a counter. Get hit for 1. This gets a counter. This gets a counter. This
I
gets a
did a
counter.
permanent, didn't I?
This is a counter. This gets a counter. Are you
Yep,
dead
I did a
yet?
permanent.
Okay. Are you dead? I know.
Or deals one or more damage. Okay, it doesn't have to be combat. Whoops.
Yep. I just want to
uh,
say you built
rule
the deck.
zero. Rule zero. You lose the game because you did a infinite with no infinites allowed.
It doesn't matter because I just swing at you anyways. If we want to rule zero that out, and I kill you now too. So like you're just dead
But
no matter
no,
what.
but you killed me with a
I wanted
breaking rule zero. So
no all
technically, I won the game.
no that Jeremy. I'm just saying like you built the deck. I told you no infinites, and you accidentally added one anyways. And it's just I saw it, so I was like,
Like
you know what? I'll do the infinite on you just to swag.
you knew, you intentionally broke it. That's on you,
I
buddy.
drew that card this turn.
Mine was not intentional.
All right. So what was the theme? What were you packing in your hand here? You had Feudal Room, Destiny Spinner. Yeah, you never got your engine really online, per se.
Yeah, I have no clue. I was starting to get some card draw, but
So I have a lot of wacky stuff in there, but mainly what you wanted to do, Jeremy, was to somehow get. Let me find it real quick. The Siege Rhino and the Skirmish Rhino was really good for the deck. Um, those were two cards you would really want to. I don't know,
oh hey,
you didn't and you couldn't really get
yeah,
them on, but those were two cards you really wanted to get to the graveyard so you can reanimate them for damage triggers. But the real thing you wanted to do, this was your big boy. Um, and where's the other one? I can't find it anywhere. This is another big boy for you.
damn. Yeah, I just didn't have anything off the bat that could block your goddamn commander. Like
Oh,
it
and
was like,
this was that's what you wanted to reanimate. This card right here, number one card you wanted to reanimate in the deck. The Nyxborn Behemoth.
yeah. So just like start popping those back.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, what was the deal with your deck over here? What you got rolling here? What was the big game plan you had in mind?
I was trying to make your commander trigger as much as fucking physically possible. So your deck had pretty much just a bunch of when it enters +1/+1 counters. Um, or like even your lands would trigger +1/+1s. So I gave you some cards that were kind of like, it's not, since you entered first, it's not gonna let me pull anything. But Shalai, Voice of Plenty, um, Bright Palm is in there. Let's see, it's actually easier to look on here. Yeah, Bone Sabers you got pretty early on. That was one of your more expensive cards. Silk Guard would have been a good one for you. You could have done X for the +1s.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just doing like you had Kodama of the West Tree, which gave everything you had modified trample, and then it gave you ramp as well. I just went at it like, hey man, you want plus ones? You're getting some fucking plus ones, bro.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Not bad. Not bad.
And then Uncivil Unrest, non-token creatures you control have Riot. If a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it would deal damage to a permanent player, it deals double that damage instead. So you would be getting damage triggers doubled.
Cool. Cool.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah,
But I mean, if you have your commander on the field, you're just like you were with me, where I couldn't do anything about your commander. You were just, it was open game. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I was
see,
joking earlier. You do have a few board wipes in there.
I gotcha.
I think there's 2 board wipes in there.
I mean, look here. I mean, I did put some reachers or flyers like Lord of the Void, flying, your last Tree Folk Shaman, Vigilance, Reach. You had some cards to deal with flying, you just never got your engine up fast enough to draw into them or get them in the graveyard. So you're never really able to get them on the battlefield. Your deck just went too fast. The deck you made went too fast. The deck I made went a little too slow, I would say.
Yeah, they were opposites, I think.
Yeah. But anyways, Jeremy, your deck did win the battle. So you do get the point for this because your deck did win. So congrats. You got the victory on this one.
Victory and a loss at the same time.
Yep. The point it was, the deck.
I don't think you sound too happy with your deck, though.
What?
It's definitely not a Blake deck.
It's not, but I wanted to challenge you with a deck. That was the whole point.
I like the deck I built for you. Like, for me, I like it. I'm
Yeah.
sure you're looking at it going, there's so many holes in the building of this.
Communal Brewing, if we were playing in a 4-person pod, that would have went so much harder. Would have went so much harder.
And normally you play in a 4-person pod.
Because you see how this is at 2 counters? It would be at 6.
Yeah.
My commander, it would be a 9/9 off the
commander
rip.
would be fucking... You would be one-shotting. Your commander would be a Tarka with that bitch.
Yes. So...
I know, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's disgusting. I wanted to put... I had to remove it because of price, and it was affecting the price, so I couldn't even put it in in the sidebar because it still counted as part of the price.
Mm-hmm.
It's under...
Well, the deck I had built you ended up totaling like $149 or something like that. So it was like I literally like used every cent I possibly could with your deck.
Yeah, I went up to 156 and then had to get rid of some of your more expensive cards.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right. But without further ado, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have an excellent day.